Good day to you. I want to thank you for taking a few moments to listen to this video and perhaps learn a few tips on how to take care of your most valuable asset, your physical body. My name is Germana Ravanelli. I'm a personal trainer, clinical hypnotherapist, and nutritional therapist with over 34 years experience in the industry. And today, this is a Wellness Wednesday video. I'm going to cover off some functional training, core training, abdominal training. It's really everything gets trained in these little exercises that I'm going to share with you. And recognize that everything has a progression. So if I share a position and I'm on my toes and your body goes, oh my God, you got to be kidding me, then you would go to your knees and you would slowly build up to your toes. The whole idea is to create a level of stress that you can accept. And then with time, that level of stress lifts and lifts, and that's just lifting the ceiling and allows your tolerance for physical stress to go up. And that essentially gives you a healthier, stronger, more resilient body that is less likely to get hurt or broken out in your particular real world. So when I ask people for what they want help with, they always go, my stomach, my stomach, my stomach, my stomach. That seems to be the number one thing, and I get it. Realize that you can train your abdominals as much as you like. If your food is off point, you will have a stronger stomach, but you will have that abdominal fat that's covering it up. And there is no, magic pill or potion to clean that up. That is diet related 100% and time. Abdominals are really built in the kitchen. So I'm going to go over a few little exercises. One is a teddy bear plank, which is healthy for people that have back issues. And I'm going to transition into I call it a zigzag plank. And that is, again, for people that have back issues as well. So a teddy bear plank is hands and knees like a teddy bear. You pull the shoulder blades to your bum, you're on your toes, and then you're just going to elevate and hold this. I'm going to stay here for about 30 seconds. Now, what a person can do here is they can play with one foot up and hold, another foot up and hold. The idea is that the spine doesn't move, and you'll notice there I start to buckle a little bit. So if I take a hand off, that's much more difficult than if I take a foot off. But we're going to sit here for another few seconds. And this is great for people that, even a woman who is still carrying a baby in her body, she can do this. Now release. We're going to hold up again. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Shoulder blades are the bum. The pelvis remains as still as humanly possible. And again, a person can play. Take a foot off. And take a foot off and release. We're going to do one more. The next one is going to be 15 seconds. Again, 1, 2, 3. Up, hold. Now if you draw the navel in and push the air out, what you will notice is that it is more difficult. 1, 2, push the air out, stay out, release. Now, the other exercise that I'm going to do is called a rotational plank. So my legs are here, my top leg is forward. I'm going to lift and I'm going to catch that the shoulder and the hips are in the same line. This looks easy, it is not. So to take it to rotational plank, I'm going to pivot, I'm going to tag, I'm going to move up, hold, pivot, tag, come back up, hold, pivot, tag, come back, hold. So now I'm training my abdominal wall while I'm pivoting. I'm training my back. I'm training my stabilizers. I'm training everything. This is not easy. One more. Come down and rest. We'll do 2 more layers on sets on this side, and then I'll flip. So another way to do this is you can do it on your knee, and you can take it and pivot again. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Open, 2, 3. So I'm still on one knee. 2, 2, 3. Open, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. So I'm rotating. One more. I've got a little timer on. And release. This is working. Everything's working. The whole body is engaged here. So we're going to do one more layer, and then I'm going to flip, and we're going to do the other side.
So I'm gonna go back onto straight leg. The top leg is forward. So I'm gonna take it where my elbow either touches, or I can rotate right in and then open. In, and then open. And this is real intense. One more. Okay, release. So I'm gonna just take this towel, move it over. The idea is to create symmetry in the body. And the body it's an ecosystem. It is very intelligent. So I'm up now, navel to spine. 1, 2, 3, pivot, come back. 1, 2, 3, pivot, come back. So you're closing a door, you're opening a door. Closing, opening. And this you can do anywhere. You don't need a gym to do this stuff. Most of my clients, when I started my business, release. I actually trained them in my living room. I didn't need all the gear. I don't use a lot of gear with clients now, but I do have some pieces of traditional training equipment. So I'm gonna be on my knee now. You can do a lot with very little pieces of equipment. The idea is to schedule yourself in, even if it's 15 minutes. And always remember this, it might be hard. Being sick and being broken and unable to move is way harder than training. And life is hard anyway. The question is are you willing to put a little bit extra in for yourself to make your life more pleasant, particularly as you age? So now I'm coming back up. So I'm gonna come in, tag, or come right through, and then open. Float, and open. Float, and open. One more. Release. Okay, so one's a rotational plank, and the other is a teddy bear plank. I want you to give yourself permission to follow, they call it the path of least resistance, or the path, there's a book by Scott Peck, and that book was all about delayed gratification. And when people do that and they stop worrying about what I want now, you build to it, you will get an outcome that most people go, how'd you do that? And it's a little baby step, one day at a time. You add a little bit, add a little bit. Yes, you get knocked off the horse, you get back on the horse. That's how we build a better life. I want to thank you for taking the time to look at this. I hope that you got something out of it. If you choose to do these exercises, you can do them 3 times a week. You could do 3 sets. We did 1 set today, and that would give you some pretty good results. You could do 1 set and build up. And if you like what you see, feel invited to share it. Feel invited to subscribe, and give yourself permission to really acknowledge your value as a human being. It's not so much about how much money we make, what we look like on the outside. Our quality of life needs to come from the inside out, not the outside in. So it's your relationship with yourself, and your body is the vehicle that you will have until you pass away. So thank you for taking the time. I hope that I've inspired you. I hope that I've given you some tips and tools, and have a wonderful day.